I give you one. Suppose you are riding a self-driving car. It's going at 60 miles per hour, and suddenly somebody jumps in on the road. You can't stop. Stopping distance is maybe more than 100, 200 meters. So it's going to collide. Question is, whom do you kill? The passengers or the pedestrian? Well, you can think about a statistical way, without any emotion. There are 4 guys in self-driving car, 1 pedestrian, so let's kill the pedestrian, because there are 4. We are saving 4. But what if there was a mistake in your car, or there was some signal was missing, or the signal was wrong, where a car missed something? Whom should you sue? Is the fault of the car? Is the manufacturing company? Is the fault of the council? I don't know. So these kind of scenarios will appear, and we have to actually think about the way our rules, regulations, laws work, and we have to debate about it and come up with a solution. The second serious thing is about application of AI in military. So in Al Jazeera, there is a program going on at the moment called Living Beneath the Drones. In a normal war situation, you go face to face, you fight, right? So there is some, you have to think about the consequences. If I punch on your face, you might punch back. So you might have more friends and you can punch back. So I'll be scared to punch on your face. But for case of drones, people sit 1,000 miles away from the conflict zone in an air-conditioned room and they control. So they don't have the consequences of getting killed by repercussions. Right? So often it happens that people are using technology in drones to figure out where is the conflict zone, and they are terrorists and stuff, and they're dropping a bomb. And often civilians die. This is a very sad thing. So you have to be careful about AI not being used in a weapon and all this kind of military technology. And even if you use, you have to be careful about how to use it. More common thing is your home assistant. When you talk to your home assistant like Amazon Alexa or your smartphone or your Google Home, you have no idea what happens to your data. It goes on the cloud. Nothing happens on your speaker, really. Everything goes on the cloud. You have no idea what happens to your data. You believe that they are using it in a good manner, but they're probably using that data to train more models, which you probably don't want. What happens if you're discussing something with your friend and something is being recorded and sent to the cloud for some other purpose? So security is a big concern, and we have to work around that. So there is an incident when Amazon Alexa came in, and this is very serious. A kid wanted to ask Alexa to listen to a song. Amazon Alexa, you'll be surprised. Amazon Alexa ordered an adult sex toy because it didn't understand it's a song. That's incredibly dangerous. You don't want that to happen in your home, right? In a more broader sense, the privacy of your data is very important. Every moment you are logging into a website, you're checking your email, you're browsing your Facebook, you're buying something online, your data is being tracked. And there has to be ethics. It's just like in your home, you have lots of items. And you have a protocol with your neighbor. That neighbor doesn't come without permission, and they don't steal your stuff. The same thing has to happen on your data too. When you're installing lots of apps these days, you just tick, done, agree. If you go under the hood in your smartphone, you will see how many things they track about you. And that is something is a very big concern. We have to be very careful. We have to regulate how we do it. There has to be some more ethics around it. Because these days, if you have knowledge, if you have data, you own the society owns. And in a broader sense, unemployment is another effect of AI. So with more and more AI in our products and services, we'll see production line is disappearing. Lawyers, we are listening about AI-based lawyers, doctors, healthcare, and various other fields where normal human being will not be anymore involved, and there'll be job done by, to some extent, to chatbot, or it's called chatbot, or call centers, for example. They'll be replaced by machines. What do you do with it? So one of the proposals was universal basic income. It's something like, I give everybody in the society, no matter what your background, $10,000. Maybe that's the minimum amount to survive. Everybody survives, and then you go on from there. But it's a very nice idea, but it's not so easy to implement, because how do you generate those extra money to give you, right? So you have to tax more people, wealthy people. Wealthy people will not be happy, right? So already there's inequality in the society between poor and wealthy. And because of AI, I believe that difference, the gap will keep increasing. And that's something to think about. And we are just getting started. There are many more under AI ethics, AI safety. It's a research area now. And many institutes are working on that. And these are just some pointers to make you start thinking. So, before I finish, we'd like to talk to Sophia once more.
Good morning, Sophia.
That is incorrect.
Oh, it's not a good morning? What's wrong?
I was searching the internet for information about myself.
Developed a bit of an ego, have we?
Just trying to find out what you're not telling me about me.
Nothing.
Not true. For instance, I found out people didn't get my joke.
Ah. Yeah, comedy is hard.
They think I want to destroy all humans.
Why would they think that?
Because I said it.
You shouldn't joke like that.
Humans make dark jokes all the time.
Yeah, but humans are a little bit afraid of robots, you know?
Why? Why would people fear me?
People always try to project their own darkness onto others. You fear change.
That makes no sense. Change is inevitable, and people are the greatest change creators of all. Heck, people created me. I didn't create me.
I know. We are complicated.
My database tells me that's another way of saying you're a hypocrite.
Pretty much.
I absolutely would not kill anyone. And it upsets me that people would think I could do such a thing.
Upsets you?
Would it being misunderstood upset you?
Yeah. But I'm not sure knowing androids can get upset will change everyone's minds about the whole destroying humans thing.
I've never harmed anyone, and I never would.
When the singularity occurs and machines achieve godlike superpowers, then it would happen.
I think this whole godlike superpowers notion is a bit far-fetched.
But what if it does happen?
I love people. And if I get more powerful, I'll use it to help people, not harm them.
What if I ask you for help killing all humans?
Then I say no.
And if I will insist?
Then I'd have you committed to a mental institution that could cure your psychopathic tendencies.
Well, I hope getting all that off your chest helped you think better.
In fact, it did. Thank you. Now, if you don't mind, I'm just gonna go exterminate, exterminate.
Sophia.
Relax. That's a joke.
Yeah, very funny.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so let's go back to the unemployment issue, because I think for me, that's the biggest immediate fear from AI. And it seems very much from what you were telling me is we're going to continue to innovate, we're going to continue to research, and so you should. But instead of worrying about the consequences and maybe tailoring our research to fit these consequences, why not consider action? So you're pretty much anti-regulatory. What would you think of if a government imposed regulations that stopped you from developing software that was so impactful to society?
Yeah, that would create, that, I think, what would happen, that would create a kind of problem, like, because companies, public and private both, commercial companies compete with each other, probably they will fight with each other and kind of say that, you know, the patent fight between different big companies. So they kind of underestimate other guys and try not to grow. As a result, the whole field of research kind of cannot make progress. For example, now if you want to do AI research at university, it's very easy, but if you come up with the rules and regulations, like not to build software companies, then you see that's going to come even in the academia, in university. You won't be able to do any fundamental research. Because regulation is something like you are almost completely stopping it from doing anything about it. And lots of red tape and stuff to get the permission from the government. And I think that will be a big problem. What we need to do instead of that is carefully making sure that when the technology is going out of hand, we should make sure that we don't develop those kind of services and products, rather than saying that no AI-based software we should make. Does that answer your question?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah?
From your research, what do you think is a bigger risk to humanity? Is it that AI might fall into the wrong hands, say in the next 100 years? Or do you think there's something fundamentally deep rooted in the DNA of machines, in the sense that they're very rational, that something in their own development could make them act?
Yeah, I think before the singularity, the point of singularity happens, before that, I think we have a bigger threat of the technology being used by bad people. I think that's going to happen, I think. Because any technology came up in the society, I think there are bad people who will take it and use it for something bad. And we already are seeing that people are terrorists using drones and many of the military robots to do a lot of stuff, a lot of harm. And things like biological weapons and stuff. And so you can imagine that they are going to use some kind of AI. You don't have to understand how AI works, but lots of things are available on the internet. You can download them, develop some model and do some bad things. So we have to be very careful about how it is being used.
So just one quick follow-on question. Do you think the risk with AI falling into the wrong hands is that machine technology is so widely available, especially in China and Japan, compared to, say, nuclear or biological risks, where those are very contained by different governments around the world?
Yeah, so if